The second position on your Repumeter is what I call competitive. Competitive means that everyone generally knows what you do. There's just nothing that separates you from everyone else who does what you do. It's a confusing state because you're always trying to figure out how to stand out from everyone else who does what you do. Now, it can also be a dangerous state because we can fool ourselves into thinking that the world sees us as being different from our competitors when they really don't. Oftentimes, I'll ask someone what their unique value proposition is, and they either don't really know, or they say things like, I've been in the business for 20 years, or I have my clients and I give them superior service, or I have my 3 pillars to this, or my 4 secrets to that. None of these things are really differentiators. They're the exact same claims that all of your competitors are making. They all talk about their experience and their service and their solutions, and there's no real differentiator there. You know you're in the position of competitive when these things are happening. The proverbial phone might ring from time to time with inquiries, but these inquiries are shopping around. They're comparing others to find the best package and the best deal for them. Or you might get the odd referral from someone who has worked with you, but they're not rolling in like you think they should, and those that are coming in, they might even be shopping around as well to compare your offering to others. You might get the odd call for a speaking engagement. Somewhere somebody may call and say, look, we want you to come and speak at our event. Now, we have no budget for speakers. You can come and speak at our event for exposure, as if exposure to their audience is of more value to you than your wisdom is to them. But that's not the sad part. The sad part is that they're right. So you jump at the gig because you know that if you don't do it, one of your competitors will, and then they will get any business that may come of it, and you won't. You know you're in competitive when you see your competition getting the business instead of you, and you wonder, why didn't they hire or buy from me instead? I mean, they know who I am and what I do. Why didn't they at least talk to me first? You attend conferences or events and one of your competitors is speaking and you think, why didn't they ask me to speak? I'm so much better than she is, or I'm so much better than he is. I could do such a better job. And you feel like everything you do is from a position of competition. I need to get the business before she gets the business, and I need to get those people to sign up before he gets them to sign up. And so you find yourself competing on price and other value propositions. You'll give discounts and bonuses and freebies just to get the business. You might find yourself working with clients that are not really ideal for you because you don't want them going to your competitors. At the competitive stage, you attempt to stand out by competing with your expertise, product, or solution. I call this competing against better. You're always trying to convince your prospects that your solution is better than the others. Now, you're always talking about why you're a better choice because you've been in the business longer and you have the certification and you have the education and you have the 3 pillars to this or the 4 secrets to that. Now, I've found that the vast majority of entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, and authors and experts who reach the position of competitive stay there for almost their entire careers. Now, you can make a living at the position of competitive, sure, but it's a consistent push against your competition. Now, most people who exist in this state of competitive for long term, they create for themselves a job just to stay in the business rather than creating a lifestyle. Now, if any of this sounds familiar to you, stay tuned because your big money message could change everything and fast. Let me tell you about Phil Holland from New Zealand. Phil is a business coach. His circles of influence knew who he was and they had pretty good idea of what he did, but he was having a hard time getting them to understand why he was different from his competitors, the other business coaches. He was stuck in the stage of competitive, and it was starting to hurt his finances because he had to fight tooth and nail for every single client. Let's listen to what happened to Phil when he crafted and mastered his own big money message.
Phil Holland from Love Your Business. Just wanted to give a massive shout out to Steve Lowell, who's been working with me in the last few months to develop my keynote, but also my Love Your Business model. So far I've used it on 2 prospective clients who are both signed up with clients, and that's been worth around $40,000 of revenue already just from a draft model. So if you're looking to grow your business and utilize a model to describe it, then I'd highly recommend Steve Lowell. Again, absolute pleasure to work with and has had some amazing results for myself and Love Your Business. Cheers.
You know, I hear stories like Phil's all the time. And with your big money message, you can begin to change your position on your Repumeter and begin changing your business. Now let's go to our next video.